Welcome to Bristol, Tennessee, my home track. Going to be live for the Oval Simple Man Game Call is about to get underway here in just a few minutes. Drivers meeting going on now, and you can see we're at Bristol, Tennessee, in Bristol, Tennessee for the Oval Simple Man Game Calls Mission 22 200. I'm going to be joined by a special guest. Well, not really a special guest, becoming a normal guy coming on to the broadcast with me, Curtis Martin. Curtis, you with me?
I am.
Just now I felt really bad about actually said the wrong person's name. I'm sorry. I don't know why, but I was looking at somebody's name on top, and that popped into my head. Practice right now still underway. They're going over some of the drivers' meeting real fast. I just want to go over some of the point situation we got going into tonight for Bristol, and then we'll start talking about some other stuff. John Hinchcliffe comes in without a win, leading the points, only leading by 2 points over Andrew Bird, 9 points over Daniel Hill. Kevin Strandberg is up to fourth. Brian Harford, after a disappointing start to the season, has worked his way all the way up to the fifth position. Raymond Dormer, Matthew McLean, Josh Sturgill, your top 8. Jack Williams, Calvin Allison, your top 10 in points. We come here to Bristol, Curtis. Weather,
Yes.
not a super slick track. What is that going to do to these cars? What is these drivers going to be facing?
I think with the cold conditions, the tires, as they're colder, is going to be very hard to get them heated up, and it's going to be a little bit of an issue in an early run. If they can get a longer run running, I think the tires will run a little bit longer than on, say, a track that was 100 Fahrenheit, and I think they'll have a little bit better in a long run than a short run if they can keep their nose clean.
I do want to mention that Jesse Gavey did get the Buzz Pole Award. Be sure to check out the Buzz every Monday night on. I forgot the name of it off the top of my head. I apologize, but you can make sure you check out the Buzz. You can just type it on Google and it'll be there. So be sure to check it out. Also, go check out Mission 22. It is a very, I don't want to say it is super important no matter any way you look at it. It is for veterans. You can see the Mission 22 here on our pole sitter's car on the back quarter panel. Jesse Gavey's car has it on the back quarter panel. Go check them guys out if you're a veteran or something like that. I know for me, I can't speak for Curtis because I don't know how he feels about all of it, but I know for me, there's a lot of homeless veterans that struggle with PTSD and stuff like that. I had friends that have it that was in the military, so anything like that, be sure to go check them out. And we support all military stuff here all the time on Center Force TV.
Definitely.
So, that's something big that we try to do. So, Curtis, let's speak a little bit about tonight. We'll go ahead and get our picks in, but I really want you to take into consideration on who you're picking because I know you was going to pick who I was going to pick. But with single file restarts now being a thing here for Oval now, being there, you do single file restarts now. Who is going to be your pick tonight, and how do you think the race will play out?
I'm going to still stick with my pick as the pole sitter, Jesse Gavey. I think if he can keep him near the front, he's a very fast driver, good on short track races. And as long as he can keep himself out of the wrecks, I think the cars will stay relatively nice. Once he gets a dirty car, it can be a little bit squirrely for any of the cars here.
I definitely agree with that. I'm going to go with somebody a little bit different. Not really a big difference. I'm going to go with Brian Harford to get the win. So we'll see how this plays out. All right, guys, we'll take a step away just for a minute because I actually forgot to put up another commercial, and I got to do it here before we go live. So I want to go ahead and get that out of the way and stuff. Be right back after a quick break.
For a veteran, the flash of a firework can be a flashback to war. While you're looking for the cereal, he's looking for an ambush. Our soldiers are leaving one battle and coming home to another. We're fighting a war against veteran suicide, and we're losing. In fact, 22 veterans take their own life each day. I know
Hey everybody,
because I was
this is
almost
Kevin,
one of them.
co-host of The Buzz.
As U.S.
on
Army paratrooper, Green Beret, eventually in Delta Force, I did 40 months of direct action combat. But I didn't come back the same man who had left 2 decades before. Everyone says, we're glad you're home safe. I wasn't. And many of our veterans are not. They're still at war. So this is your mission. Help us claim the 22. You can give our vets the hope and encouragement they need to get well. And it's as simple as a post or a tweet. Let's turn every 22 into a show of support. When you do, you're letting our vets know they have an army behind them. win the war against veteran suicide.
Sorry about that. We are back here. Sorry, I was trying to get some of these other commercials up, and I've kind of lost the download image to it, so I gotta find it. I'm a great broadcaster, guys, if y'all was wondering. This is what happens when you just decide to let a redneck from Tennessee do stuff. I blame you, Thomas. And my program actually stopped working, which is not good. So we'll load it back up. Yeah, we'll load it back up. It ain't no big thing. We'll get to everything back up and going here. There we go. Alright, they're starting to grid. We'll get our grid up here in just a second. I know you're seeing stuff pop up that you probably shouldn't be seeing pop up, but that's the way it happens. It does happen sometimes, so. Alright, as everything here gets popped up, just give me just a second. Ooh, I love that car up front. Who is that? Alright, let me move this over. Sorry guys, my overlay went down and I have to bring it back up again. I love doing it. That's what happens when you mess with new overlays and all that good stuff. Alright, so it's loading up. It'll be up here in just a second as we get ready to roll. We're going to take 2 laps around here and we'll be good to go.
And we'll be figuring out right now if double files would have worked.
Yeah, that's for sure. I didn't even think about that.
First restart, double file.
Yeah, our first restart will be double file. As you can see, some of the stuff getting worked out now with the overlay. So just ignore what you see right now, and it'll fix out once Jesse Gavey takes the green flag. Now they do get to go whenever they please. Once the green flag, or not as one green flag, they get to jump to restart if they wish, and stuff like that. So real fast, we'll take a look here at our grid while we're loading up. You can see Jesse Gavey, Jordan Beck on that first, our 2 rookies starting on the front row. The Buzz Pole Award does go to Jesse Gavey. Matt McLean, Pedro Omega, a newcomer coming in. Am I looking at that right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Kyle Frame, John Hinchcliffe up in 6th. Aaron Taylor in at number 60. Andrew Jones, keep your eye on that number 64. He could be somebody to mess with, as well as the 58 Kevin Strandberg. There's Brian Hartford starting back in 10th. Mark Armstrong, Mike Fortner, as you can see the rest of the field go by on your ticker now. And I know it says Daytona 60, guys. I'll change that. It's just where I had to load everything up. So just ignore it. We're not at Daytona.
Oh, Jesse's going to take the High Line.
Out of all the places, we're definitely not at Daytona. I can promise you that.
Oh.
Jesse Gavey is taking a High Line.
Interesting move. Will it pay off?
It's going to be interesting, especially early on.
We're going to roll up to the line. Jesse with a big jump before sleeping.
That's going to allow him to get a decent-sized jump.
Whoa.
See a little bit further back in the field. That 71 you see is Brian Hartford. Now, his paint is not showing up. Everybody was having trouble seeing his paint. I know I was having trouble and a bunch of other guys having trouble as well. So that's what we're seeing right now. He's making a pass on the 57 of Kyle Frame.
We're seeing a lot of 2-wide racing even now.
I want to mention
drivers aren't feeding.
Want to mention real fast, Pedro Omega did get around.
We've got a wreck starting up. 11 got into 51.
And falling back, and a caution will come out. Whoa. Oh, the 98 is going to go around and get
it's still going.
Yep, and we will get our instant replay. Oh, the 17 with a lot of damage as well. We'll get an instant replay. The 11 may have made contact. We'll see what happens. Does make contact with that 51. Oh, and a 50 hard into the wall as well. There comes the 71. Oh, and also gets the 55. Josh Sturgill involved in that, and that's not good news for him. And you can also see that Brandon, the 98, Brandon Parsons comes around and actually backs up into the field. And I don't know what that was, but he backed straight up into the field. Not a smart move there by the 98 of backing straight up like that. You got to be a little bit more aware of your surroundings, but you know, that's what happens. So
the nature of this track, early wrecks, see how long this goes. Is it going to be a longer, more controlled thing, or is it going to be a lot in the first 50 and we're going to have nothing but long runs?
And you know, and this is where you picking Jesse Gavey, for example, this is where getting the pole really helps. Let's be honest. If we're going to have a bunch of these short runs like this, it's going to be used for Jesse. Why does it say? Hold on. We ain't got 693 laps. What? 5 of 693. How many laps do we have?
It's supposed to be. They're 200 or 400.
That's what I thought. It's 200 laps. I don't know why it's showing lap 6 of 716. There we go. There, now it's upright. That was weird, man. I was like, what is it showing that for? Sorry, guys.
It's not the Daytona
Yeah.
370 something.
This is what happens whenever you get new overlays and everything changes and you're trying to mess with them and figure them all out. It's just working out a new program, so it happens.
Looks like Parsons is the only car that went to the pits this time by.
The 47 is still out, it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that run, pitting 5 laps in, is going to really pay off because those tires are not hot, and on this cold of a track, it's not a good idea to have really cold tires.
I mean, the only advantage I can really think of what it's going to have right now is just, you know, you kind of choosing, you know, like where do you want to line up? I guess you could say, do you want to line up front or do you want to line up in the back? That would be the only advantage I can think of. By the way, you are seeing the cars get single file. This is how these starts are going to be. You're not going to have them double file. Wait a minute. I see some people getting double file. I don't know if
Some cars are.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is just something that may have got changed. I don't know, but it was supposed to be a single file restart, but I'm not seeing it yet.
This race got a lot more interesting if it's going to be double file, and it looks like it is with how the drivers are lining up.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we're back to double file restarts, I think. I do believe. Yeah, we're actually going to go double file. Okay, that was different. I didn't think we was going to go double file, but somebody lied to me.
Much more close racing.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, with double file restarts, it's going to, you know, it's going to be really where you want to line up at, such as Jesse, for example, and, you know, that could be big for him.
Is he going to use the same tactic, or is he going to kind of cool it and play some games?
We're about to find out.
He's going to roll it to the line, and he's going to jump.
Yeah, he is going already.
47 blocks the 5.
John Hinchcliffe does get around the 04 from that, however, and takes away 3rd spot. That means the 04 of Jordan Beck falls back a couple spots after qualifying up front, already back to 4th place after starting in 2nd. And that's tough. And a little bit of bump there on.
Ooh, they're getting real close. They got to work together, or Jesse's going to run away because this track doesn't have much draft, and that's 04 losing control on the apron.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was struggling from the beginning, it seems like. And I don't know if that's going to cause a caution, because if you're on the apron, no caution will fly. As long as you don't come back up on the track. I actually did a truck race here earlier, and no caution did fly. And you can see Jordan Beck still sitting there. Now he's going to get an unsafe pit exit, and he's still trying to get it to go straight as he sits there on the, and now a caution flies. He does reset, but a caution does fly to that, and that's still going to allow Jesse Gavey to take the lead. Now, my question is, with that, do you pit now if you're Jesse, or are you just going to keep staying out right now?
I think you're going to wait and try to get the threshold of the tires, because these tires could last 30 laps. They could last 20. It really depends on how the rubber's going to last the track. Exactly.
I mean, yeah, it is Bristol. So, all right, guys, we're going to step away real fast. I'm going to actually finish uploading my thing. You know what? I'm going to actually get it first to make sure I have it. I'm not doing the same thing I just did last time. I actually have to re-download the image that I had, because for some reason Adam got stupid and deleted it. People in the chat, give me your pick. Who's going to win this race tonight? Who do y'all think is going to win? I mean, you know, you don't have to choose anybody we choose. If it's somebody you're just pulling for, give us your honest pick on who you think is going to get this win, and we'll step away and be right back after a quick break.
Ford Veteran, the flash of a fire.
I don't want that one.
I am Sergeant Clay Warren. I suffered from PTSD. In 2013, I ended my own life. Now my voice has been brought back to speak to people like me. Know that you're not the only one. Things can get better. You don't have to carry that burden anymore. Speak up now to get the help that you need.
22 veterans Hey everybody, do you like a good ghost story? How about an alien abduction story? How about spiritual healing? Do angels really exist? Can people be possessed by demons? Are artifacts really possessed by spirits of the dead? Hey, do Ouija boards really work? Or are conspiracy theories true? You can find out every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central by listening to The Buzz, co-hosted by me and my co-host Molly Spence. We're live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central. Now, let's get back to the race and see if our car, the Buzz car number 79, driven by Danny Lowe, let's watch it win.
We are back for the Mission 22 200 from Bristol Motor Speedway. About to go back green. Jesse Gavey alongside that 47 of Pedro Mega. We mentioned Brian Hartford already worked his way up to 4th place now. Guys wondering, this is probably what the weather's going to look like this weekend at Bristol. It'll be super cloudy and probably raining. Because they are calling for a lot of rain if you're interested. And yay for me, because I'll be soaked wet.
Hey, drifting.
Yeah, right. Stick some rain tires on them. Pace car pulls in. We are back to green as Jesse Gavin once again. And that helps Brian Hartford now. Brian Hartford going to make a pass here.
Jump.
Possibly
Will
for
he
second.
complete it?
See if that high line will pay off, and it most likely will. Still side by side. He
Yep,
takes it
Hartford
away.
completes the pass.
And now he sets his sights on in front of him. You know, Hartford was fastest in practice, so he found something here. Now he's going to be looking to the inside.
Another caution.
Oh, man, that was a big caution, too. That was actually, Jesse Gavey needed that, as a caution does fly. No idea what the caution's for, as we try to find it here. The 64, maybe actually just coming off pit road. He is trying to find out what the caution's for. Oh, there we go. The 27 goes around. Chuck Phillips. Oh, there's your mistake. I already seen what caused it. That was actually not the turn. He actually clipped the apron coming off turn 4. And I'm surprised the caution actually came out for that, to be honest. He actually stayed on the bottom. Chuck's usually a pretty talented driver on short track, so he definitely made a mistake there on his part. We've raced with Chuck a few times, actually, in early the CFR Championship. So, we've got a special event tomorrow night that I'm going to be broadcasting. It'll be called the Simple Man Calls, what is it, Sprint Car League? I can't think of the name off the top of my head because I just got too much stuff I'm thinking about. But we'll be with them guys tomorrow night. You'll have to check our Facebook to get the exact time. So we're broadcasting like 3 different races because we're broadcasting the heat as well as the main races. So we'll be with that. Just be sure to check us out on Facebook, facebook.com, Center Force TV, and we'll post the schedule there. I actually thought Jesse would possibly pit right there.
Yeah, I thought his tires were looking pretty spent at that point.
I mean, he's only been 20 laps, but Brian Hartford was really fast. And honestly, let's be honest, if that caution wouldn't have came out, Brian Hartford would have made the pass on him, I think. So Jesse's feeling a little bit of pressure now from that 71. And the thing with Jesse is, Jesse's a, you know, he's a really good driver. I mean, I'm not saying he's not by any means, but the only thing I think Jesse struggles with is when he has pressure put on him or when there's possibly heavy traffic and he's pushing way too hard when he knows he's got a fast car. I feel like when he's got a fast car... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
When his position is under siege, he definitely works his way, tries to work his way around the track faster and faster where his tires will not permit.
Yeah, and I think that really what hurts him. Like, you know, I'm not taking it away. He's a very good driver. He's got a chance to win this race. I'm not saying that by any means. What I'm saying is, if say Jesse's right now sitting first, he falls back in traffic, and he knows he's got a fast car, he will push it to the max, and sometimes it hurts him. It's done it for a long time now, ever since I've known him. When he's got a lot of pressure put on him or something like that, he feels it. His teammate Jack Williams, not really an example of that. Jack's more of the patient type. He'll sit back in 22nd all race the last 10 laps. And you can say the same thing for other drivers in the league as well.
Yep.
There's a bunch of drivers. Kevin Strandberg at 58 being one of them drivers. You can see him right here on your screen now. Started ninth. Right now he's up to sixth place, and that's part of being patient. I think that you've got to have that, especially when it comes to a place like this.
Well, this track's all about survivability, so having that extra patience to just look back, run the back, and make passes where you can and get past the wrecks. Let the guys in front of you run into them, and you can just slowly drive around.
You know, and I'm not saying this towards any of the guys up front, not in particular, but if they keep having wrecks, the top 5 guys may be in good shape. You know, because some of these guys are going to keep getting damaged, and it will take off speed eventually. We're about to go back.
A lot of cars. Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of good cars. Pace car pulls
good cars, and there's some that are.
Now, see right there, Jesse got an advantage. He did jump Brian Harford, and it's going to hurt Harford a little bit because he's going to be under attack from Matt 88 of Matt McLean. However, he does clear him. You see the little bottom out there.
Matt getting a run off that corner, running that lower line.
Got to be super patient here. That is one of the biggest things. Another factor that these drivers actually told me that they was going to have a problem with would be the lap traffic, and it don't take long to catch lap traffic here.
No, especially since it's only a 14-second track, so it only takes sometimes 30 laps to actually catch lap traffic, and once you're there, it can get real dangerous for the front of the field.
You're starting to see a lot of rubber get put down on the track as well. This is a battle for the lead between Jesse Gavey and Brian Harford. I'm seeing Brian dive it down a little bit now. He's going to get a run off here. He may look to the inside here.
Huge run inside.
Jesse. Oh, I thought Jesse was going to let him have it. No.
Jesse's going to run it.
That's what happens when you got that high line. It's going to be super fast for Brian to pass on the low line with old tires.
We got another yellow.
Another yellow. Who is this?
50 car.
Yep, Mark Armstrong.
Down.
Oh, that's actually his second wreck, too. I don't know if he was involved in an earlier wreck as well, but he's still sitting there. He may have to get pushed back. We'll see. And it looks like he just lost it as well.
Yeah, we're just checking. There's a little bit of complaining going on between the 9 and the 50 saying there's contact. So.
There was actually netcode. There was no contact.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it looked to me like it was honestly just netcode. We'll get another look ourselves. And the reason why we're getting a good look at it here, guys, is because it honestly helps race control. If they're looking at the broadcast, they can see it as well. We're looking now, and Daniel Hill in that 9 car. Yeah, it was just netcode. He may have bumped him a little bit, but I'm going to be honest. If he bumped him, that's Bristol, and you're just going to have to get over it. No offense to Mark whatsoever, but that's short track racing. And I want to mention Jesse did pit, by the way. So he will give up the lead to Brian Harford.
I think that will be the smart move. Yeah. I think with keeping those tires, as long as he can keep out of the wrecks have been pretty big at this point.
A lot of echo. Oh, we'll see if we can get it. It's probably on my part, actually, guys. Yeah, there we go. That's probably better. There should be no echo now. I had my microphone turned up too loud, I think. We're going to step away and take a break. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, do you like a good ghost story? How about an alien abduction story? How about spiritual healing? Do angels really exist? Can people be possessed by demons? Are artifacts really possessed by spirits of the dead? Hey, do Ouija boards really work? Or are conspiracy theories true? You can find out every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central by listening to The Buzz, co-hosted by me and my co-host Molly Spence. We're live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central. Now, let's get back to the race and see if our car, the Buzz car number 79, driven by Danny Lowe, let's watch it win.
I am Sergeant Clay Warren. I suffered from PTSD. In 2013, I ended my own life. Now my voice has been brought back to speak to people like me. Know that you're not the only one. Things can get better. You don't have to carry that burden anymore. Speak up now to get the help that you need.
22 veterans end their lives every day. You just heard the reconstructed voice of one of them. Seek help at mission22.com.
We are back here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Only just around 40 laps in. Got a few more laps to that, and we hit that mark. Brian Harford choosing a high line. Not a surprise there. He's going to be starting alongside Aaron Taylor. Or should I be saying Aaron Taylor's going to be starting alongside him. Pace car's in. And Brian Harford got a great jump there. He's going to leave that 60 sitting. That's going to allow, who is that, Kevin Strandberg on the high side now? Oh, this is going to be a wreck. Big wreck.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Boom. Yep, there we go. Multiple cars in it.
That's a lot of damage.
And I want to say our pole sitter did get involved, it looks like.
A little bit of left front damage.
Looking again, the 47 involved, the 57, the 1, the 21, the 20.
20's blown up.
The 16. Wow, that was some good damage there.
47 will be the cause of the caution.
17 also had that damage. Well, you can look at Jesse Gavy's car with some damage on his. Trying to find out who else has some damage that we can look at here. The 61 of Josh Mayu has some damage as well. Daniel Hill has a little bit of right front damage. Welcome to Bristol, folks. I'll tell you, somebody's got a clean looking car, and that is the 79 of Danny Lowe in that Buzz car. Looking good. 24th place right now, but was able to get back on the lead lap just now, I believe.
I mean, 24th at this point, but with this many cautions.
Yeah, for sure.
And with how much racing's left to go.
Excuse me.
It's an infamous track for exactly this reason, to be a graveyard for cars.
People want to sit there and act like, you know, that I'm talking of real life about this. That Bristol's a boring track and stuff like that. It is a very tough track. You're seeing it here. This is the iRacing simulation. It simulates the actual track and racing surface and everything like that. Yes, it's a video game, but it is a simulation. The drivers in real life, people that say the racing's boring, it's tough. Bristol's a very tough track. It's not easy. People complaining, you know, that they want the low lane back and stuff like that. I'm going to be honest, the high lane is just as exciting in my opinion. And that's just me, but, you know, take that for what you believe, I guess. I love it, though. I love this type of racing. I love Bristol, period, watching it. I don't like racing. I hate it, and actually racing it. But I'm sure a lot of guys hate it.
It's a fun track, at least, to race.
That it is. Yeah, it is a fun track.
Yeah. I don't know if it was too wise for the 51 to stick out. He's got some pretty good left front damage.
I want to mention, yeah, he does. I want to mention Chris James right now in that 42 car. Started back in 27th place up to 7th right now. That's what happens when you're patient at Bristol.
A little damage, it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing on that. Yeah, he's got a little bit of front damage, you can see it, but he is out front. I mean, well, not out front, but 7th. I mean, not bad at all. You gotta give credit where it's due, and he's managed to stay up front.
He's really making a move up 20 positions so far, and we're only on lap 40. We got 160 to go.
Yeah. You know, the thing about Bristol, I think a lot of, you know, we're going to keep mentioning this a lot. Patience really is a big thing here. Did you see it here moving up victory lane, by the way, at Bristol?
I did not.
Yep, starting this race is going to be on the front stretch. That's interesting. I actually liked it where it was, to be honest. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I thought
And
it was
Brian with another huge jump.
already. Brad
Yeah,
Hartford 2.
Quarter of a stretch on Aaron Taylor.
A battle for the 3rd spot. The 70 looked too low. That's Raymond Dorver not going to be able to take it.
Oh,
Not
Matt
yet,
Snyder
anyway.
looking to the inside of the 09. He will lose it, and the 70 will just eat that position.
For people that don't know, Matt Snyder is related to a NASCAR commentator.
That he is.
Yep. I forgot Snyder's actual name. It's been told to me like 40 times. I can't remember. Marty Snyder, I believe. No, right, Marty Snyder. Either way, good battle here, though. Daniel Hill. I believe
There's some
actually-
good battles. Jesse Gavey is all the way up to 8th. And
Wow.
we have another yellow
Man, I was
Where
really
is
hoping
it?
that would go right there.
backstretch.
Big wreck, the
Josh
21.
Mayu.
Yep, Josh Mayu and David Clark. Both involved, and that's the second wreck both of them guys have just been in. We're looking right now, the 61. May have had a little bit of help here, by the way. I believe the 61 had help. This was 2 separate accidents, by the way.
Yep,
Yeah, the 50.
gave him a good,
Yep,
good
50
bump.
really moved him out of the way. Now, I'm not bringing it up. I just want to mention it. I believe it was the 50 that got mad a few minutes ago, correct?
I believe it was.
I believe so. And also, David Clark was just a innocent guy that came off the corner. That was what happened to him. You can see he almost actually took out the 20, which is his brother, by the way. And Spencer, he actually didn't get a lot of damage from that, though. He actually barely just touched the wall. But in these cars, it don't take much to get damage.
These cars, you hit a bug and they're upset.
You know, what's interesting about this, it's the first short track race we've had with the lower downforce package, I believe.
Yes, that would be correct, I think.
And every race I've actually seen has been a lot of wrecks. I mean, it's not just this one. I ran an A race the other day, yesterday, in here, and I think it was yesterday. I don't know. It was Sunday. I can't remember. But, or maybe it was just one I seen. But there was a lot of cautions in that race as well. I don't know. It's a little weird.
The lower downforce package definitely makes these cars a little bit of a handful, especially on short track racing, because these cars do not like to be touched, and if there's any room to rub with the track,
That's for sure. Guys, be sure to head over and check out Simple Man Game Calls at simplemanCalls.com. Use the code OVAL and you can get a discount on some deer hunting, duck calls, a bunch of other calls. They're all built into one, so you get multiple calls into one call, so it's pretty awesome. I know I'm going to be picking up some before deer season, so head over and check them out. Use the code OVAL, OVAL, and you can get a discount, I believe. I think that's still going on anyway. And also, Mission 22, be sure to check them out, as well as the Buzz, who is currently running. Where is Danny Lowe at now? Oh, he's up to 18th now. Actually moving up a little bit.
he's sitting 18th. He's quickly moving up.
One of our biggest movers since that last restart was the 16 of Jesse, though. I will say that. He actually moved
11
a lot.
positions
Yeah,
in
that's impressive.
6 laps.
Yeah, he's definitely fast. I don't know if he's got enough to beat Brian Hartford. Honestly, I don't know. Right now, I would say so because the fresh tires he's got compared to what all these other guys have.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
He's going to be running them out
yeah,
hard.
and I mean, I use them up while you got them, you know.
Some of these guys haven't even pit yet, so they've got 48 lap old tires, and they're not going to be quick.
I'm trying to see. I love that 70 car. I actually thought like it looks like a battery on his car. That's pretty neat.
That is neat.
Yeah, that's a pretty
That looks
cool
really
scheme.
cool.
Yeah, it's different. We're doubling them up here again, I believe. Yes, we are.
Yep, we are. Now,
Also,
with
since-
every reason,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
okay. With every driver pole sitter so far having a jump, I wonder if Aaron's gonna just assume he's gonna jump it, or if it's just gonna be another
You know, I
restart
think
game.
I think you gotta assume that. I mean, everybody's done it, you know. But it's just what I'm thinking. Honestly, that's where a real life spotter really comes into handy. Or really comes in handy. You know. Pace
And I
car
think
is it?
Harv-
Yeah, he laid
Oh,
back right
he
there.
jumped
You've seen it.
early.
You're right. He's seen it. That's going to stack up that inside of the road. That's going to be a wreck.
Oh, we've got a big wreck.
Jesse gave you
16
around.
car, 86, 20.
And all this started because of the restart. Let's be honest. It was the restart.
Oh, that restart stacked up the field hard.
Yeah, especially that inside row. You can see right here the 70 did not really get going, or 60 did not get going. And that caused a big mess up towards the back. The
And
20 went around.
And the 16 will get an EOL penalty for being the cause of that wreck.
What about that?
What race control is saying at this point, but it is under review.
Yeah, I don't know about all that one, to be honest. I mean,
That wreck was definitely a racing incident. No one got going.
yeah, I think, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I understand he may have caused it, but really, if you're going to talk about caused it, really it would be on the 70 who got a lot of wheel spin, and the 5 got in the back of him. If
Yeah,
you
it
really
was
want to say
definitely
it.
should have been ruled as a racing incident.
Yeah, I agree completely. I mean, that's wheel spin. I don't know if I would do that or not, but I'm going to tell you right now, that ain't going to make Jesse happy at all.
Nope, Jesse's going back to the pits. Does he use, I think this will be his second fast repair.
Last fast repair, too. We're having some
Only-
guys come down pit road.
We're only a quarter of the way through
Yeah.
this race, and he's through both.
That's a big fast repair to be using right now. Honestly, I'm saying this, and I'm saying this, guys. I talk about Jesse, but let's be honest, he's my teammate. I'm going to talk about him a little bit more than a lot of guys. But not only that, he was our pole sitter, so I'm going to mention him quite a bit because he was super fast.
He will not use his fast repair.
Yeah, I
he's
don't
gonna
think I
just
would
run it
either.
out.
Yeah, I don't think I would. I think honestly, I would lay back and I would just waste, try to get some laps in and just wait and see what happens. I mean,
Oh. The penalty was finally sorted out, and it looks like it was given to John Hinchcliffe.
yeah, that's who. Well, that's kind of weird. I don't know. To me personally, I thought the 70 may have just gotten to the back of the 60 from wheel spin. And honestly, that's who looked like stacked it up was the 60 personally. I don't know. I think I would have let that one probably go with all of them.
Yeah, it definitely didn't look like any driver really had fault, other than it was just a bad jump.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is a huge nature of this race. It's you got to get the restarts right, or there's going to be wrecks. This is a tight track, and it's not a hot one, so the tires will spin. And if the guy in front of you has wheel spin, you got to check up.
That's where the single file would have helped, honestly. But really, when you stomp the gas, there's a lot of rubber on this track, and the track carried over from practice. There's a lot of rubber down on it. You can see it in the turns.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think that's just one of the things that's going to happen. Bristol's really bad about wheel spin. I've actually done it myself in the trucks and spun right into the wall, and I crashed the entire field. I felt
And
great about that, by the way.
Delayed caution.
Mike Fortner up front. I didn't realize he was up that high, but yeah, wow. Started back in 12th, up 10 positions since his start, so good for the 51.
It seems like a lot of the guys in the top 10 are guys that started 10th back, or like Daniel Hill,
Right.
who started 25th and he's now running 3rd.
Thing is, though, the 51's got a lot of damage. I mean,
It's
how
true.
really long can he really separate? The 88's got a lot of damage as well.
And most of his damage doesn't look like this isn't a huge aero track, so as
Right.
long as he can keep engine speed, he might be all right.
That's a good thing, then. Or if unless he's spun and flat spot tires or anything like that.
Yep.
Well, we're about to find out what
Yeah.
happens, because we're going to try to go back green, hopefully get more than a straightaway in. And,
But let's hope for no real spin. We're looking at a lot of damage for some of these
Yeah,
guys. Some of these guys are really holding their fast repairs, which is probably the best idea to be holding them on.
pace car is in. Brian Harford may jump early, and he will.
Oh, he will. Mike Fournier was not ready for that.
Yeah,
and
that's going to allow Matt McLean to possibly take
he's going
second.
to make a huge move. Yep.
Yeah, he'll take that.
And we got
with ease.
another yellow going.
Who was this one on?
42 is
Chris James.
looks like it's
It looks like he's slow.
yeah, he spun a
Oh,
little
is it?
bit.
The 50 also involved. Yeah, wheel spin.
Yep.
And it stacks up the entire field again.
That's
Wow. I think a lot of these guys might need to be aware that they need to clean their tires off. Because that is a big issue right now. Already 8 cautions in less than... how many laps have we actually had? We're on 143.
50, we're on,
Or no,
yeah, we're going on to 49, going to 50.
Yes, we've
so
had
we've had
37 laps under caution right now.
We're at 13 laps racing.
Yeah, that's not good, honestly. Welcome to Bristol.
Yep. Or
fast,
historically, the
probably
pace
take
car
a
is the winner.
Let's take a look real fast at the weather, and that's weird looking. I don't know why this looks like that. 74 degree is the track temp, actually. 69 degree air temp. Wind speed is at 7 miles an hour out of the north. Not going to affect them too much here, I don't think. Fastest lap of the race is Brian Harford. Is that right? Yeah, Brian Harford right now with the fastest lap of the race with a 14.576.
Is not where he was even beating his practice time.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well. I think a lot of that's got to do with rubber, possibly.
Yeah, there's a lot of rubber on the track, and a lot of these drivers aren't. Doesn't seem like they're reading that, and they're jumping the gun.
Brian Harford yet to come to pit road.
With tires this old, you really got to nurse that throttle getting on it, or else you're gonna have a bunch of wheels spinning.
Do we want to call them old? I mean, we've been what 14, 13 laps under green. Is that super old tires? But I mean, you're still picking up rubber. I know that. Because all the cautions we are having, you're still getting heat in by just out there running pace laps.
At this point, with this track, 13 laps racing, and then you got they're heating, they're cooling, they're heating, they're cooling.
It
due
will
to the
pick up
speeds.
rubber, won't it?
Yep. And drivers they're not cleaning their tires.
I haven't noticed anybody cleaning them, to be honest.
Well, it looks like the 11, Matt Snyder has the idea, is using a nice wide pattern. Try to keep those
he's
front
doing
wheels
it.
clean.
Yeah, he's done it. That's the way to do it right there, man. That's how you want to keep them clean. I mean, let's be honest. Jesse Gavey really slow on the backstretch. I think he's got to let all these guys go around. I think he actually came down pit road, and he is 1 lap down. Yeah, he came down pit road, I think, and got some of his damage fixed. So
He's not a lap down, though. It looks like he got no EOL.
Okay. That's
Maybe
weird.
it's just, maybe he got an end of line.
That's odd. We sure he's not a lap down? I'm showing 1 lap down.
Now he's 1 lap down.
All right. So yeah, that was he just got beat out of pit road. The pace car passed him, so he took a lot of damage fixed. He was on pit road for 38 seconds in his box.
But in the state of a caution, he will get the key dog.
Yeah.
And the next car on is Kyle Frame is
It's
3 laps down.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And we got contact in the yellow.
With who?
The car number 61, 58, and 32.
Really? Huh.
So we got Josh again getting some contact.
As the green is waving once again. Just watch
Field
back here a little bit further back in the field.
Field's definitely looking a little bit squirrely from that little
Oh,
bit of contact.
3 wide.
We're looking 3 wide on the backstretch.
That's not good. That's not good.
98 with a huge
Oh,
run
yeah.
attacking the 55 into the wall.
He plowed the 55 right into the wall. 3 wide once again, and it does sort of out the 2 wide. The 55 gets a big run on the high side. Here comes the 5. He's going to 3 wide right here. The 60's going to go around. That is a big wreck.
And he will spin it back.
That is a huge wreck. The 5 got into him and collects Aaron Taylor in that 60 car, who Aaron Taylor, I believe, actually had to tow from that hit. Actually, did he flip over the wall?
And he blew up. And he will have to tow.
We're watching Aaron Taylor right now. We'll see what happened. It's just a replay. The 5 right here. And the 5, I think, did come down on him. He tried to squeeze in between the 50. See, honestly, man, that's just patience. They're not showing enough patience. I'm just going to be honest about it. There is no patience being shown whatsoever. The 5 really should have not have made that. There was nowhere for him to go.
2 instances of 3 wide on this track. It's 3 wide will not work 90% of the time.
Half the time, 2 wide don't
all
work.
driver skill.
Yeah, half the time 2 wide won't work. I mean, why are you really trying to make it 3 wide? Nothing against John Hinchcliffe, but he should know better. He's the points leader. Personally, I think he's a great driver. I really do. But I think he knows better. And maybe he thought he had more room. Maybe he thought he was clear. But I think you really got to pay attention on where you're at on the track. So,
This is a track where your mirror seems to be a little bit of your best friend.
Yeah.
It's not a fast track. And this AI spotter
not good.
it's not your friend on a short track. On a track like Daytona, where
It's great,
it'll
yeah.
tell you if there's a car low, it's great. But on short track, when cars shuffle through the fields so frequently,
I feel like you got to use a lot of judgment. We'll be right back, guys.
For a veteran, the flash of a firework can be a flashback to war. While you're looking for the cereal, he's looking for an ambush. Our soldiers are leaving one battle and coming home to another. We're fighting a war against veteran suicide, and we're losing.
Good evening, everybody.
In fact, 22 veterans take their own life each day. I know because I was almost one of them. I was U.S. Army paratrooper, Green Beret, eventually in Delta Force. I did 40 months of direct action combat. But I didn't come back the same man who had left 2 decades before. Everyone says, we're glad you're home safe. I wasn't. And many of our veterans are not. They're still at war. So this is your mission. Help us claim the 22. You can give our vets the hope and encouragement they need to get well. And it's as simple as a post or a tweet. Let's turn every 22 into a show of support. When you do, you're letting our vets know they have an army behind them. Let's win the war against veteran suicide.
Your mission begins at mission22.com.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Oval Racing Series. You're listening to Kevin, the co-host of The Buzz on ztalkradio.com. You can catch me live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central on ztalkradio.com, where me and my co-host, Molly Spence, we cover all topics from paranormal, true crime, alternate history, healing, spirituality. I mean, we cover it all, even the occasional conspiracy theory. Again, we try to cover the gamut of all things. You can listen to us again live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central on ztalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the race and see if my car, driven by Danny Lowe, is winning.
We are back here at Bristol. See what happens this time as pace car pulls in. Somebody is flashing really bad. I don't even see.
Hartford with another huge jump.
Got a battle for second now. No, here comes Matt McLean with a big run underneath, and he's not going to be able to take it. He's actually going to lose the spot.
No, he's going to hold it. The 47 of Pedro Maga getting another pretty big run on that 88 car.
To the high side, he's going to give up to
Matt
the 11.
Snyder looking.
Yep, Matt Snyder trying to take that spot away. And he will take that spot away. No, it's going to be a wreck. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a wreck.
Do they make it? They
Wow.
sort themselves out.
Wow.
That was a good move.
That was good saving. That's Bristol right there. A little bit
47
further
will
back,
take the position.
we got the 20 and the 27 racing. This is a battle for the 6th position. The 5's hard in the wall, the 20's in the wall.
5's in the wall.
And the 20's will lose 2 spots, so we'll go a little bit further back. Racing all around right now to 79. Danny Lowe battling for the 11th position. Yes, he was trying to take it on the low side. He takes that spot away. Here comes the 70 of Raymond Normer, also looking there.
Oh, 20 spinning,
Oh.
and he saves it on the inside.
We'll see if a
With
caution
little bit
flies.
of damage.
We'll see if a caution flies with that. He is going, so no caution will fly. Our longest green flag of the night, I believe.
I think that would be.
I think it is, yeah.
I think our longest run is 5.
Yes, I think we're actually starting to get the green flag. Brian Hartford's gone, by the way.
And Jack Williams will roll it into the pits.
Oh, was he involved in that? I didn't
Taking
know
a
he
look. No,
was.
looks like it was just maybe a gas and go.
He may be. That's weird. You don't think he may have had a black flag, do you? For something?
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
And now we have more drivers
We got more
watching
drivers
over
coming up?
chatter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jesse Gavey blows
Oh,
up.
big wreck. Nope, he saved it. Jesse Gavey blew up.
Yeah, he blew up. What
Yeah, he'll take his
happened?
fast repair if he can make it around.
Yeah, he will make it to the pits. What ends up happening? He looks like he might have just drove it in a little bit too hard, passing this net code from the 64.
Oh, man.
Looked like it might have been an overdrive.
There is
but
somebody blinking all over the track. I don't know who that is, but he is flying all over the place. All right, guys, you know what time it is?
crank it up.
Let's crank it up. Watching Brian Harford, now he is catching lap traffic. How much of an issue will this be is going to be a question.
Oh, and he almost got pinched right there.
You got to be careful working on lap traffic.
sir.
We spoke to people. How big of a deal will lap traffic be here?
I think if they're gonna try to race the leader, it'll be a big problem, and possibly we will have another caution.
Oh, let's see. Who is it this time?
Not find it.
I'm not seeing nobody. Oh,
I've
yeah.
checked a couple of the cars in the pits. Oh, it looks like Andrew Bird's engine blew up. Oh no, 76 of Gene Collum.
Alright, we'll get him. 76 Gene Collum, who was having a good run. See if we can find out what happened to him. He's actually blown up on pit road. Yeah, he was facing backwards on the track. And looks like contact with him with a 51 and got the 76 loose, and around he goes.
And during that crank it up, we did have our pole sitter Jesse Gavey retire from the race.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit disappointed. We seen him blow up on that. We start looking at net code, it looked like, between him and the 64. And so he's definitely going to be disappointed with tonight's finish.
Looks like it will put him in.
Wait, what happened to Brian Harford? He is not our leader now. Oh, pit stops, okay.
It's showing him still as leader.
Yeah,
I think
not
the
going
cars
through.
in front of him will be lapped.
We'll be right back after a quick break.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Oval Racing Series. You're listening to Kevin, the co-host of The Buzz on ztalkradio.com. You can catch me live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central on ztalkradio.com, where me and my co-host, Molly Spence, we cover all topics from paranormal, true crime, alternate history, healing, spirituality. I mean, we cover it all, even the occasional conspiracy theory. Again, we try to cover the gamut of all things. You can listen to us again live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Central on ztalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the race and see if my car, driven by Danny Lowe, is winning.
We're back here at Bristol. We was just talking about a couple cars stayed out. Looks like the top 6 stayed out. The 27, Chuck Phillips. 79, Danny Lowe. The 51 of Mike Fortner. Brandon Parsons in the 98 stayed out. I don't know if that's a great call, to be honest. Raymond Dormer stayed out as well in the 70, and the 71 of David Clark stayed out. And then we got Brian Hartford from there back. Smart call, you think?
Looks like some of these drivers listening to the chatter might be having problems finding their pit stall, so they may not be pitting for that reason.
That's a possibility. I don't know if I really like the idea of some of these guys staying out. You know, the 98's had multiple trouble already. I'm just gonna. I'm honest when I talk about. He has yet. The 51 has yet to make a pit stop all race.
I don't think Chuck Phillips has either.
Yeah, he's been in
Another
a pit stop 3
caution.
times. He's been in it 3 times. He actually
We're
lost
having
his.
issues
he's
lining up.
Yeah, he's used his pit repair once, or fast repair once, I think, maybe twice. Yeah, I don't know about all that. If I'm Brian Hartford and Pedro, by the way, Pedro, okay, yeah, Pedro and Matt Snyder and all them, I would be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, with tires being this old, if there's tire spin, there's going to be consequences if they're sleeping.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be, I'm going to be honest, I think there's going to be tire spin.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think these. I think one of these top runners is gonna, like the top runners back that were before this pit stop. I think something might happen this run with them being shuffled in.
We're about to find out as pace car pulls down pit road, and we are back. Oh, back green. Yep, there
We're
you
gonna
go.
have 79 sleeping with Chuck Phillips with a huge jump half a
Chuck
straightaway.
is gone.
We got 98 of Brian Parsons making a move.
A 47 making a
He's
big
looking
move.
quick.
Now see right there, the 11 did a smart thing. He had a chance to bump the 47. He backed off because he realized there's still over halfway left in this race. We're about right at halfway. We're at 100 and coming to 170 to go. Now he's looking underneath.
Looking like no one's really willing to work with Brian Hartford after leading. Everyone is just
I don't
trying
blame
to
him.
freight chain him.
I don't blame him whatsoever. Like, I seriously don't. And 11 trying to slide up? No, he's going to back out of that. Thinking better of it. And Matt Snyder being very extremely patient here, and I think you really have to do that here. Now he's going to pass the 21 and move into the 5th position.
Move, and 21's going to go low, and it looks like he might try to take that back.
We'll see if he's able to get it. Here comes David Clark underneath. No, he will not take it. And that's going to allow John Hinchcliffe also to move up into the 6th spot. A little bit further back. See a big check up there on the
Phillips
88.
is checked out.
The 88
He's up
checked up.
1.2. Oh, we had some close racing for 10th position.
Yeah, that's what I'm
21
seeing.
slow
3
on
wide.
the bottom. We're 3 wide, and it sorts itself out. 88
70
looking high.
The 70 of Raymond Dormer thought better of it. He checked out of that as well. That was a smart move. Just give up that spot. You have nothing to lose right now. 103 laps to go. You still have nothing to lose. Just check out of it and let it, let it sort itself out and then see what happens. See where you are after all that.
Yeah, I think David Clark's tires may have just finally quit. He's been having a little bit of issues getting through that corner, and he's up into the wall.
Looking on to Daniel Hill. Now we're looking at David Clark. Yeah, I think the tires get better. We got the
we
79
got a spinner,
spinning.
79.
Now he's going to be able to straighten this up. No caution will fly for that. He'll be able to straighten it up and keep going. That's Danny Lowe in the Buzz car. Now we got 2 brothers racing side by side. That is the 20 and 21. David Clark. This is the battle for 12th spot. And it looks like the 20 of Darren will take that spot away from his brother.
Looks like.
Move him up one spot.
And it looks like Aaron Taylor's gonna try to make a bit of a run through the field to try to get some lost ground.
Good racing going on right now, pretty much all around the track. Which is starting to notice a little bit of a trend here. We're starting to see some runs get a little bit longer. I don't want to jinx by saying that, but I am noticing it.
The runs are getting better, but as tire wears on, are we going to get some green flag pit stops?
That's going to be interesting. There's the 50. Now this is not a battle for position. The 21, 58 about to overtake the 21. That is not for position. The position right behind the 21 is Jack Williams. So it's about 3 car lengths back. So you need to be aware that some of these cars are a lap down. This is where a lot of lap traffic. This is Bristol right now. It is the most, in my opinion. You talk about Daytona being a traffic jam. Bristol's just as bad. I mean, really, Martinsville's the same way.
Bristol and Martinsville are arguably worse tracks.
Yeah, I
worse
agree.
tracks due to how close they are
And the
and
speed.
how tight those tracks are. Yep,
I
the
mean,
speed and how tight the tracks
Bristol,
are.
it is amazing at how fast it really is here. Well, let's ride on board now with Jack Williams in at number 54. As we got a wreck going around. I don't know who that was on the bottom, but no caution
That
comes
will
out
be
yet.
Brandon Parsons, and he will roll it out to
Caution,
the pits
yep.
and stop to get a caution.
See, I don't. Man, I just don't know about all that. I don't think you should. He's still sitting there. We're going to get an
And the
instant replay.
11 will
Oh
blow
yeah,
up.
the 11 also hit him. It looks like, and that's Matt Snyder. We're watching the replay of this. We actually got two replays. Oh, he blew up and then hits the wall. Okay. So yeah, that's what happened. We're going to see what happens in 98. Here comes the 98. He spins off turn 4. Don't get into the wall hard. Now right there's no caution coming around. Right there, you got to just spin it around. He's backing up. But he backs all the way up to the track, and that's what caused the caution. He sat there. See,
He sat there,
you can't
he
do
sat
that.
there, that was a smart move of using the algorithm. Do I agree with it? No,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it was
yeah.
a.
I don't think
move
it's
to
something
keep
you
him-
should do. I think that's something race control personally. Me personally, I hate when people do that. And I'm saying I don't know the 98. I'm not saying he's a bad person for doing it. I mean, I wouldn't do it. But, it is a way of taking iRacing advantage of iRacing in a way. And you can't
It's-
fault him for it. I mean, honestly, you can't. But, I'm not a fan of doing it. You know what I mean?
No.
So,
It's definitely a bit of a shifty
Yeah.
move to do, but I mean, if it ain't against the rules, it ain't shooting.
yeah,
if you
that's
don't
true.
get
If it's
caught.
not in the rules, then there's nothing against it. I agree with that completely. I mean, you can't argue with that at all. Chuck Phillips coming down
just-
pit road.
I think he's got the right idea coming down just to get
Yeah.
some tires, because as these tires wear more,
We
I
take
mean,
a
it's
look here
showing
at
we
Chuck.
we
Like,
only have
What is
30
he doing?
laps
Hold on
green.
now. What is he doing? I think he's actually supposed to pit on the backstretch. Yeah, he came down the wrong one, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, he's actually supposed to pit on the backstretch, I believe. So he just lost a lot of time, I believe.
He'll probably lose a lap for that mistake
I believe so.
if he's
too.
going to go down.
He is about to pull into his pit box now. See, and I think, that's an example of you got to know where you pit, with multiple
Yep.
cars. If you have more than 21 cars at Bristol, you're going to have people pit on the backstretch. So,
Definitely, and Tim not knowing that could be a pretty big error
Yeah.
that could cost him the entire race. If we get one good green flag run, we can get to 150 and maybe more laps.
Oh,
go
I
down,
agree.
More cars go laps down.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I mean, we've only got 11 up is still on the lead lap, and then you've got cars streaming from 1 to 5 laps down to 23rd.
Now, I want to mention a lot of people are noticing Thomas Reed is not in this race. He is race control. He actually did step out of the car to be a race control to help the races try to get cleaner. Whether or not it's actually working, that's for him to decide. We've had 11 cautions so far for 54 laps, so we've had a little over 50 laps of green, I think. So it's about half the race right now has been running under caution.
Yep.
Give or take on that a little bit. It is what it is. 11 cautions definitely is the normal for Bristol, I think. You don't want to have 20 cautions or something like that. That's a little bit too much. But I think, they have it in 500 laps, let's be honest. 11 cautions for 200 laps might be a little bit excessive, but,
It's not unheard of, though.
Yeah, exactly. We have seen it. I've seen 13 cautions in a 250 mile race or lap race. It's 14 cautions. So, speaking of which, Jack Williams back on the lead lap. He is the last car on the lead lap. Patience, as we talked about him, he's showing
We
it now.
will go green.
Yep. Pace car pulls in. We're green.
On Hinchcliffe with a really good jump. Josh Sturgill just did not jump. I wonder if it could be rubber buildup on that low line, or just none of those cars have been able to actually get the jump they need to keep up.
I'm wondering if anything's got to do with possibly they're just scared to start it. Somebody's going around. I don't know who that was, but it was a little bit further.
We've got Mike Fortier. Fournier? I don't-
Fortner.
Yeah.
No caution will come out.
And he's not going to throw the yellow. He's going to go to the pits. Oh, we got a yellow. The 17 goes around along with the 21.
Oh yeah, this could be big.
Oh.
Somebody slow down. Jack Williams gets a little bit of damage from it, but he's managed to. Actually, he may not got none from it.
Chuck Phillips with some bad front end damage from that.
Oh yeah, you can see that car on your screen now. Yeah, you see his whole radiator. Don't have a lot of front end left on that car.
I mean, at least his radiator is getting air.
It's pretty cool. You can actually see it. Everything in the the engine actually moving and stuff. It's pretty neat.
What happened with the 76? Oh, he
I don't.
He
think
tried to go high through
replay.
that wreck.
Yeah, I don't think I got a replay of that. See if we can get it real fast. I know y'all seen weird stuff
Like-
on there, but
Josh Mayu is now out of the race. There's another driver ticked off.
yeah, a lot of drivers getting mad. Well,
Yeah.
that's Bristol right there. Oh yeah, there's the 76. Oh, and the 76 actually turned down, and that's what got to 27. 27 thought he made it through it.
Yep. So far for our retire list, we've got Jesse Gavey, Andrew Jones, Chad Heath, Matt Snyder,
Oh,
and
yeah,
Josh
that's right.
Mayu and Josh Sturgill.
And a lot of guys
Sturgill.
probably don't have fast repairs either.
No, their fast repairs are going to be burnt
Yeah.
up really quick
Yeah,
from all those big cautions.
now we're going to start seeing. Now is where we're going to see people just leaving the race, because now you got so many cautions and a lot of big wrecks. You're going to have people leave the race. I'm going to be completely honest with you. There's a guy that I'm very impressed with in here, and we haven't really spoke a lot about him, but that is Pedro Vega in fourth right now in the 47 car.
He's been really holding his car
Yeah.
up there. Actually, it's been quite a fight. And with him being new to the league, it's definitely very impressive. Got to be good for Tommy.
Yeah, I mean, you got to sit there and say that he could be somebody to watch out for later on, as the league progresses down the stretch and stuff like that. So, I just want to say we had Easter this past Sunday, and a lot of these guys ain't in a very given mood tonight.
Looks like they've given too much.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't really know what to say. The 42 is going to get a wave around, though, it looks like. Or the free pass, I guess you could say, of Chris James. He is a lap down, but he is actually going to be... There ain't many cars left on the lead lap. We'll be 10 cars left on the lead lap once he gets the wave around, I think. Or is he just a lap down?
Looks like he's just a lap down.
Okay. So we only got 9 on the lead lap. Wow.
And we'll have John Hinchcliffe and Matt McLean leading to the line now. I think Matt might have finally caught on to the strategy of the leader being him.
Yeah, I
running
agree.
top 5 most of the race. So let's see if he can try to jump it right and keep to the bottom.
They better be worried about who's sitting back in 6th to Brian Harford, or 5th, should I say, whatever position he is right now.
He's been really biting his way through the field, but definitely using a lot of patience to keep that car very clean.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him get a win. I'm just going to be honest with you right now. He's been super patient with everybody.
He's been very patient. I don't think he's even used a fast
No.
repair. He's been looking very good around the track.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's been excellent.
Looks like we're having some issues in the back with merging.
I got to kind of laugh about one thing real fast. Jack Williams, who's up in the top 10, has been on pit road 10 times. He has been on pit road more than almost anybody. He's been on pit road more than anybody in this race.
He seems to have the right idea.
Yeah.
I mean he's
done
on the
correct
lead
way.
lap.
What is going on here? Okay, there's a 51 with the wave around. That's weird. I don't know why he would get a wave around, but
You sure?
not
It's
Fortner. Yeah, he just went around.
Brian
That's weird.
Harford now in 5th.
Yeah. As we get ready to go green, I think this time, yes, pace car pulling in
Yes,
pit
we'll
road.
go green. And we have John Hinchcliffe with another huge jump, and Pedro Maga will follow him through and try to get that
Oh,
second
he's going to take
position.
that with ease.
And he will take it.
Yeah.
And Brian Hereford will.
Oh, Pedro looking for the lead
also
here.
fight. Getting it under Hinchcliffe. Can he get the run out that he needs?
That's gonna be
And he
tough.
looks like he will.
We'll
Now,
see
who
what
is here
happens.
for follow?
See what happens out of turn 2. He does have a nose out front, just by an inch or so. Oh, he gave up a little bit there. He's fighting back strong again, side by side as they cross the top. He did lead the lap.
Run.
He led that lap last time by. This is a good fight here for the lead.
Trying to figure. And Brian Harford's really trying to figure out who to follow through the track. He's been switching high, low, high, low. Who's going to take the position? Pedro Mega will make a little bit of an error.
Yeah, that may hurt him now. Well, I thought he was actually going to give up second, but he's got a strong
he will
car.
Keep it, and he'll fight the bottom and put Hinchcliffe under siege
Wow.
again.
Wow, what a power move. He led that
It
lap
looks
as
like-
well. I don't know what he's doing, but he is the only one I'm seeing making it stick on the bottom right now like that. He's
And
going to take that
quick. He's going to take the lead, and
Wow.
Brian Harford will follow.
on the bottom. Oh,
And
Brian
Harford will
Harford
look to
looking.
the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now we're seeing a fast car that can work the bottom. Now, can he make that top work against that 71 car? That's going to be a good question. We got a good battle going back here with Matt McLean. Jack Williams involved in this as well with the 88. Daniel Hill still involved in this. The 10 of Raymond Dormer is actually a lap down, so he's actually
And
involved in this.
the leaders will be catching up to a wounded Chuck Phillips, who's just fighting for dear life to keep one lap down, but it looks like those leaders are just going to catch him in the next lap, and Brian Harford to the inside.
Not going to be able to get it. I don't know if
No, it
we'll
looks
see
like
anybody run the bottom like we've seen the 47 run it.
No, and he ran it absolutely
Yeah.
textbook. It was a perfect run.
I mean, that was an amazing, what he was able to accomplish with that. He really showed. Chuck Phillips just going to pull him to the inside. He's not going to fight the leaders at all, so
Oh,
he's got to be
let them both
disappointed.
got.
Wow, this truck's really rubbering up. 70
It's
laps to
getting
go.
real tight.
69 laps to go, should I say. Brian Harford, last time by, was a little bit faster compared to the 47.
Oh, we have a yellow flag.
What is this on?
We have the 51 car into the blown up and around, maybe? No, he's not blown up.
He is around. Yeah, there's smoke coming out of him, so he's going to be on pit road for a while now. That is actually the second time he's blown up, right?
At 98 got into him, and it looks like he may have collected 50.
If I'm not mistaken, that may be the 98's third caution, I believe. Yellow?
I believe that is his.
And I think
his
there's
third.
a rule against that. I would have to, make sure of that, but we'll keep an eye on it. If it does change, we'll see. Actually, I thought the 47 would come to pit road there, and they didn't. Brian Harford did not as well. Daniel Hill didn't. John Hinchcliffe did, and that's going to be our race that we're watching right now on pit road. See who wins the race. 51 down and away, it looks like. He did have a fast repair. 13-second stop for John Hinchcliffe. Actually, I take that back. That was actually a little bit faster than 13. It just rounded up. 12.7 stop for Hinchcliffe.
That's a quick stop.
It is. 13.7 from Matt McLean.
Looks like Brandon Parsons will roll it into the. Never mind, he will get a black flag disqualification.
Yeah,
He's done.
Yeah, I thought he might, because I think that was actually his third one that he's caused. And Thomas, one thing about Thomas, he lets everybody race in the league. He's already said it. He's not going to change it. That's just the way he is. He's going to let every class race in the league and stuff like that. Parsons is a rookie. I think if you come in as a rookie, I think you kind of got a radar over your head a lot more, honestly.
Yeah.
You're not used to driving these cars. I mean, he is a rookie in iRacing in general. He's never raced a car unless it's in a league or Carburetor Cup, I guess you could say. You got a target over your head. People's going to be watching you if they know that, and that's honest, and they rightfully should. I mean, that's one reason why we refuse to let rookies race in the CFR Championship. We have enough cautions without them.
We also did let one in.
We did. And who did we let in? I forgot.
I can't remember his name. It was at Martinsville, and he ended up.
Oh, okay, yeah. Also, I want to go ahead and give a schedule out for the rest of this week. We got a big broadcasting schedule this week, honestly. Tonight, we got the Oval League. Tomorrow night, we got a Dirt League. Thursday night, we're broadcasting nothing. Friday night, we got the K&N race at Bristol. Then Saturday night, we got the Bristol Xfinity race. And then Sunday night, we got the CFR Championship from Talladega. Wow, that's a mixed up schedule.
That's a different one. Short track, super speedway.
Yeah. It's like short track, dirt short track, should I say. Short track, super speedway. Yep, have fun with that one. So yeah, it's a fun week. Hopefully I'll be able to broadcast Sunday. If not, I'll have to get Hal to broadcast it, because you never know what's going to happen with the NASCAR race where they push it back or whatever with the rain.
Yeah.
But it's all good. Personally, I'd rather for them to run it on Monday if it's going to rain. Pace car is in. We're about to go back green.
And
Pedro Amiga.
Pedro will get a huge jump. Brian Hartford will get a bit of an early jump too to keep that.
We're watching a battle back here a little
lead
bit further
spread.
back. We're watching his 20 car who did not get going. That's Darren Clark, who is running really high up right now. Oh, he makes contact with the wall,
He'll
hard
get
into
into
the wall.
twice.
He did smart though. He could have came down on Jack Williams, but he slammed it back into the wall.
We got John Hinchcliffe's position with a little bit of contestment from Raymond Dormer.
How is
This is
Raymond Dormer
close,
up there?
too
though?
wide.
I thought Raymond Dormer was like, ain't he way back there?
He is on the lead
Oh, okay,
lap,
he is,
running
yeah.
fourth.
Yeah, wow. Okay, never mind. I was looking
And
at
we
him
have-
earlier like he wasn't supposed to be there.
We have Pedro fighting for every inch to keep that first place position away from Brian Hartford, but
David
will he
Clark.
be able to keep it with those
Three
tires?
wide on the front stretch. Daniel Hill, Matt
Will they
McLean.
make it work?
Oh man,
Oh,
still
it's
three
oh,
wide.
they made it work.
Great driving. That is
That
great
was
driving.
amazing.
Jack was sitting there praying. You know he was.
He's going no,
Yeah.
no.
He's like, please don't. He does get around the 21, but that was great driving by all three of them guys, able to make that work. Back
With
up
three
front.
wide racing, that's all you could do, sitting behind and go no,
Yeah.
no.
Especially here. That's almost at any track, let's be honest.
Yep. But this track being as tight as it is, you have nowhere to go.
Yeah, like if that happens at Martinsville, you're going around, or you're just going to the wall. You'll just scrape the wall because you're not supposed to be there anyway. You're not even supposed to be too wide on that track. So yeah. Oh, almost a bump there from the 71 of Hartford.
He's getting real hungry for that position, and I believe he was
Always looking
a
underneath.
little bit slower. The laps are really close between these two.
He was a little bit faster that last time by.
And they've been doing a lot of trading, faster, slower, and it's been a very good battle for position so far. Looking too wide back for the position, 8th position.
Pedro's kind of trying to
With
come in
David
here and
Clark.
make a mark, and he's trying to leave, let people know, hey,
21 into the wall.
oh, that's
He
David
will
Clark.
hold it.
Two brothers in the wall early. Got 32 now. Who is a lap down, by the way? That's Andrew Bird. You ain't got to worry about him taking a position away. Bump and run. Possibility we see it.
Between the first place runners, oh,
Yes.
definitely. I think Hartford's going to wait till probably 20 to go and start making a little bit of a strategic push.
Unless the 47 slips up or something like that.
Yeah.
They better be careful on who's coming in behind them, because the last few laps, it has been John Hinchcliffe who's been just as quick as our leaders, as well as Daniel Hill and everybody else. Daniel Hill was actually the
three of
fastest
them.
last time by. He ran a 4, and at that time he was faster once again. So we're going to actually go back
Looks
to that
like
battle.
they're
Yeah.
working together.
We're going to go back to look at Daniel Hill. He does got damage on that right front, and his whole nose is smashed in. He's got to be starting to think about maybe possibly overheating. You know, we know the weather's a little bit cooler, but we've seen Jesse Gavey blow up earlier in the race with nose damage, so you still got to worry about that a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. It's looking like a couple of these drivers are starting to think about working together to catch these leaders.
And you see right there, the 9 does get around the 70 of Raymond Dormer. Raymond actually looking at one
And
of
we
his
will have
high
another
finishes.
yellow. Happened. 21 will be in the inside wall.
Yep, he did spin to the inside. And it actually looks like, I thought he was stuck. He's trying to figure out where to go. to go. I'm actually surprised the caution came out for that. Did his brother help him around? Yes, he did.
Yeah, Darren Clark did.
Wow. Oh my, that's gonna be. And they work together, by the way. And,
No, that's gonna be a topic.
They both make the Simple Man game calls, and that's gonna be an interesting conversation.
Definitely gonna be one.
Darren, back here in that 20s, sitting there saying, I'm very sorry for that, brother. Pit stops. Do you pit? I think you got to pit.
You got to pit, and Daniel Hill will not. Oh, none of them will. Except for Jack Williams. He will make the move.
I think that's a smart move. Seriously.
Definitely having tires, and he'll only be back in 9th once he gets himself through the field.
That's a smart move. Daniel Hill did pit, by the way. He did come down pit road.
Oh, we're gonna have a couple of cars on some brand new tires. We'll wait probably 20 laps, 30 to go to actually get them running. And
I think I would have pitted there if I was Pedro. Honestly, I think I would have possibly pitted. I mean, 48 laps to go. And we're starting to get longer green flag runs. We've had a couple now, back to back. So, I think you would probably have to pit there with that situation.
Yeah, even looking at Brian Harford didn't even pit. I thought he would have done the opposite and just get those tires, but I think he's happy with how his tires are handling at this moment.
I think, honestly, with that situation, I would do whatever opposite the leader don't do. If the leader comes down pit road, I just want to say, by the way, we only got one person pitting on the backstretch, I think. That's all I'm seeing. So most of the cars that are pitting on the backstretch is gone. Or is disqualified or disconnected or something. I'm not seeing a lot of pit boxes back there.
Yeah, it looks like it's only the 27 that was just pitting down the backstretch.
I really wish iRacing would actually let us paint our trailers, like the tractor and trailer as well. That would be cool to see it from, the skybox, especially here.
There'll be a new driver entering the top 10, the 42 of Chris James going up. That's a name we have not really seen in the top 10. Got a very clean car.
I mean, not bad at all. He's got, I know he had a little bit of damage earlier, so he took a fast repair earlier, it looks like, but he's kept his car clean since. He may have just took it right there. Well, no, last lap. He may have just took his fast repair there, actually.
It's a good idea to keep it nice and clean for the last 46 laps.
And then you got something to work with.
Exactly.
I agree with that. Looks like the pace lights are going to shut off. Yes, they are. And we're going to double them up.
We'll have another run of Pedro and Brian running each other down, and maybe the 5 will be. He's been really looking to keep up with them this time. He looks like he's turned off the patience.
Yeah, you can see it right
he's
here.
On with
what these guys are doing. Sorry, I'm just getting some video for Instagram as well, or not Instagram.
And we will delay the green.
Follow me, Snapchat, AC, Outdoor. Just actually posted a pretty cool little video of what the broadcast setup kind of looks like.
If we're all situated for a nice green flag.
The 47, really, our top 3 guys have only pitted 3 times, so I believe they've all actually pitted near each other. John Hinchcliffe has made 5 pit stops. Jack Williams has now made 12 pit stops, more than anybody in the race. That's amazing. Wow. But, I mean,
Jack's just trying to keep...
Well, I think a lot of the times he was just wanting to drop back.
Yeah, and I think he's been trying to just keep the fuel topped off, just so he doesn't have to short pit, hopefully. We'll have a green flag.
Jack trying to make pass on the 70 now, underneath him. Side by side down the back stretch. He will take that spot away.
Brian
Jack
Harford with a big run.
Brian Harford now trying to run
he
down
got a
Pedro.
Decent run going into those corners, so I think Pedro doesn't have the tires he once had.
Yeah, Brian looks really good entering. And right there, he's really good.
And he will roll a crossover, and there will be another yellow, and the 51 is spun to the inside.
And I think that may be his 3rd one as well.
You will. What ended up happening? Looks like he hit Sam Niederheim, and Niederheim saved it.
Oh yeah, he got him good.
Yeah.
Didn't he? You know,
Yeah,
that
right in the
55 has
rear
been
quarter.
at the bad end of two things tonight like that, and he saved it both times. The 98 got into him once in the same corner. Just now. Oh, by the way, we're having a 5 coming down, and a 70, and the 88 coming down. That's going to move. Brian Harford stays second. That's going to put Jack Williams up to the 3rd spot.
Oh. Looks like
Who is that? Oh, Daniel
Hinchcliffe's
Hill.
tires were really warmed up too.
Yeah, I'm surprised he actually pitted there, by the way. I don't know. Daniel Hill now up to 4th. Chris James up to 5th place. Good pickup for him. How about Sam Warren in that 87 car? We have yet to speak about Sam. He started back in 14th, up to 6th place right now. So he's up quite a few spots here since the race has started. Darren Clark. Honestly, I'm going to give it both to the Clarks. They're looking at both of them are looking at their career best finishes right now for the Oval League. Got to give them a shout out, even though they did take each other out one time.
They've both been very competitive, even racing around each other, not giving each other an inch, which I was very surprised to see.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I think that shows competitive out of both of them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think it shows that you kind of want it a little bit more than who wants it more, whether you're brothers or not. Heck, I'd wreck my brother for the win.
Yep.
I'd throw you straight in the wall.
And it looks like we'll have a new contender for the top 3. Jack Williams will be starting 3rd, so let's see if he can give a little bit of a fight to Brian. And the question will be, is Brian and Jack going to fight, or are they going to kind of keep it with Pedro? Because if they fight, Pedro could run away.
What's interesting about this, I think Jack's got the advantage here. Honestly, starting behind Pedro, he'll be able to dictate the start a little bit better. The thing is, I think Jack will race Brian extremely clean. They always have. So he does got that going for him. Brian does, and I think he knows Jack will race him clean. And honestly, I think Jack would be happy to even get out of here, possibly with a 5th or a top 5.
It's been a little bit of an interesting race for some of these guys. Jack's been just holding the back of the field, cruising.
Yeah.
And now he's fighting for position, so it seems like the cruise method has been a very viable option for a lot of these drivers.
We'll get ready to go. I think we're about to double them up this time.
This time it looks like we're doubling. It looks like the field might sort itself out.
Now, Curtis, do you have a YouTube or anything that you actually post on?
I do not.
Okay, I didn't know if you did or not because I was going to give you a shout out, but never mind. Don't follow him on YouTube because he don't have one. Be sure to check out Center Force TV, Facebook. That's Pace Car Pulls down pit road. We're going. Wow. Holy crap! What a jump.
Oh, wow.
Jack was
big
caught
jump.
sleeping on that one.
Yep, I wasn't expecting him to sleep.
Yeah, I was kind of
And
surprised.
Jack
by that
will
as
be
well.
under siege
Oh,
from
bump.
Daniel Hill. Oh,
There was a bump for Brian Harford. Jack Williams almost slides up into the 9, still battling on that inside. I don't think we'll be able to see that 54 stay on that inside long. Yeah, we're not. You're going to see him slip back just a little bit here. The only one we've seen on that inside to really work is the 50 or 47.
47.
Daniel Hill may be in the best position right now.
Yeah,
With
it's
those fresh
getting really
tires.
hard for. It's going to get really hard for Harford to pass with that low line being as slow as
Yeah.
it is. He's really got to use that run.
Going to have to bump him out of your way, that's for sure. Good
Yeah,
battle
I hope
up
he
here.
doesn't get in the wall and spin.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know if the wrecks are over even up front. Let's be honest. I mean, anything can happen right now. One slip up and you're going to get right into the back of it and probably go around.
I think there will be. Oh, it looks
Oh,
like Daniel
the
Hill's
9.
going to run to the inside of Brian Harford.
Contact.
Oh,
71
Brian
in the wall.
Harford into the wall.
Oh, that's
Contact from the
That's not going to make
6.
21. He's going to go
And
around.
he's still losing it.
Oh, Jack Williams gets into him. Just a little bit.
Harford cannot be too pleased.
No,
about that.
he's
He
got
was
a lot of
just
damage, too.
contesting for first.
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage too. Hartford's going to be very disappointed with that.
And he's really looking like he's really having to fight the wheel to get it around that corner.
Yeah, I'm going to be surprised, honestly, if he's able to make up any spots now without losing that car. You're
Well,
really
if,
gonna see.
if he has his fast repairs, wait for a yellow and hope there's a late one. We got 30 laps to go, and it's going to be a long
Somebody
30
by the way is
laps.
really slow. Darren Clark's super slow on pit road. I think he may have blew up.
Yeah, we have a
Yellow. Yep, and there's another car. 21.
21 of
Oh
David
man,
Clark
we just
will
see Darren
blow
as
up.
well on pit road. He blew up as well. What the heck? Oh, he gets hard into the outside wall and hard into the wall. Now he does have a fast repair, I believe. If he can
This
make
may
it
be
back.
a break for Brian Harford if he has his fast repair still.
I agree. Yeah, he's definitely got a fast repair. And he's going to have fresh tires to go with it. Because we know we're going to see him on pit road. Man, that's...
If we see him.
And it's going to be interesting to see what him and Daniel Hill, if something happens, you know, Hartford does get back up there to him. Hill's going to stay out, Hinchcliffe staying out, everybody else coming down. Looks like McLean may stay out. Yes, the 32 of Andrew Bird staying out, which he's a lap down. Like, is he a lap
It
down?
looks like
Yeah, he is a lap down.
it's going to be Daniel Hill and
John Hinchcliffe.
John Hinchcliffe.
Ugh, I don't know. We'll see. 27 laps to go. They do have a little bit of fresh tires. We've seen it work. We didn't have long green flag runs there, so you do got that advantage.
And now, how long will the tires last
That's a really
for
good
the
question.
9 and the 5?
And how patient will Brian Hartford be? I think now your
think
patience is gone.
Yeah, I think now he's definitely wanting to get back up front after what just happened. He was racing so patiently, and someone got into him.
I just heard the funniest joke I've ever thought about. Wow. Anyway, yeah, I agree completely with that. I'm sitting here looking. Who's going to get the waiver in? Okay, Andrew Bird did get a lap back, so he still needs a caution. Wait, oh yeah. So Andrew Bird did get one lap back, so he still needs one more caution to get back on the lead lap.
With 25 to go, I definitely think there might be one more left.
Yeah, I think there could be one more as well. Especially if Brian Hartford happens to catch Daniel Hill. There may be one left.
That was a bit of a move to the inside.
Brian, but Brian is a clean racer. Daniel's a clean racer, so I'd be surprised if we honestly see that. I'm sure, you know, Brian will understand it. I think, you know, at 20, well, we had like 30 laps left when that happened, give or take a little bit. I think, you know, Brian needs to understand that 9 was on fresh tires, but I think you also got to understand that Brian was, you know, possibly had a chance at winning it. So I don't know. I think it could have went either way. They better keep an eye on Pedro, by the way. Will restart in 6th place, so that is going to be our first car with fresh tires. It goes Pedro, Raymond Dorber, Brian Hartford, and Jack Williams. Your top 9. The 4 right there had the fresh tires, so we'll see what happens with that. Is the pace lights off?
It's definitely looking like if Hartford does catch Daniel, is it going to be, you know, is he going to bump and run, or is he going to let it go?
That's going to be interesting, man. I'm going to be honest. This is going to be one of the most interesting starts we've had all season for the Oval League. This is going to be a great finish, I believe. I hope we don't finish under caution, honestly.
No, I'd love to see this finish under green. It's been a really good race so far.
For the most part, besides the cautions at the beginning. After lap 100, it got really racy. It got really good.
Yeah, the field really seemed to
calm down.
Take it to crunch time. Yep.
Yeah, I believe so too. All right, well, we're about to find out. Pace cars.
Confirmation of going green. Daniel Hill taking the inside line for the first time. The leader is taking the inside.
Yeah, see, I don't know about that. Now he will get the start. That's the thing. So he does get the jump.
He'll get the jump. On Hinchcliffe will be close to follow.
Yeah, see, I don't think he did not get the biggest jump as what everybody else has been getting because of that, I think.
Yeah, there's not much grip down there, and Pedro will make a big move to the inside and make that low line work again. With Hartford following. 47 making a little bit of contact. 88. 3 wide. 47 going.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
88. With a huge wreck claiming a lot of cars.
Yeah, that was a lot of big cars. We'll get a replay of that.
Yep.
Who was the main college name? 47, look like?
Pedro Mega, it looked like.
The 71 gets into the back of him. Oh, yeah. That's just 3 wide race, and Jack Williams, unfortunately, gets caught up in it as well. 79 of Denny Lowe gets caught up in it. Oh, and does get a pretty good hard hit there for the 32, who just was getting ready to get the lucky dog if he was able to avoid it, and now won't.
That's a lot of cars that are
Well,
with heavy damage. Pedro Mega will get it back running.
this is interesting. Because now we got cars up front that we're not really used to seeing, completely honest. Sam Warren up in third. Having a great run right now. Well, I don't want to say used to seeing. We've seen him up front a couple times, I believe. The 21 getting the wave around, it looks like. Yeah,
and Brian Hartford did use his fast repair to get a nice clean car going.
This is going to be interesting. Brian Hartford going to be starting right near the 9 car and towards up front.
Yep.
Jack Williams, by the way, just used his fast repair. I did not know he had one.
He's still in the running.
He's still in the running. And he's actually sitting in
There's
6th
a lot of
place.
There's a lot of these drivers that are just on the cusp now. Does Pedro Mega? Pedro Mega does have a fast repair.
It looks like Jack, I thought, was coming back down. Yeah, you're right. He does have a fast repair. So we're having a lot of the guys we've seen up front. That's where patience pays off during the race. You're seeing a lot of guys that was up front save that fast repair for the later run. So good for them. You know, some guys couldn't help it. Let's be honest. Some guys could not help that they had to use their fast repair early and stuff like that.
Yeah. So the ruling 71 did not make contact with the 47, so it was net
code. Wow.
or net code.
That's 2 times I think we've actually seen that.
A few times we've seen it. 2 to go. We'll have 15 laps to go starting off.
We're coming to 17 to go once we hit the strop. So yeah, we'll have about 15, 16 to go. Give or take on that. It depends if the lights go off here. Which I think they're going to go off. So we'll have 16 to go. Yeah, they're going to go off. You know, I wish iRace would actually go ahead and implement the big, hanging screen over the racetrack on here. They wouldn't even have to scan that.
Now with the top 5 being most of them being drivers who haven't been running up there, like Sam Warren, I wonder what's going through his mind. Is he going, I'm happy with 3rd, or is he going to fight all the way?
I would go for it. Honestly.
You know what? I'm a rookie in this league. I want to make my name known. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
The 42 as well. Sitting in 5th right now, Chris James.
You got three in the top 5 are rookies, 4 in the top 6.
Wow. That goes to show
Pedro Mega.
He's had an impressive run.
Yeah, he was a little slow in his practice. I definitely wasn't expecting a top 6, but he's been fantastic all around the track with that low line.
Takes cars
being
off.
One of the only cars to actually make it work.
And we're green.
And there'll be a good jump from Daniel Hill.
That was a good start by everybody there, but we're going to see Brian Hartford going to take 3rd away.
Hartford's going to make a huge move.
Hartford up to 3rd, now looking for 2nd underneath the 5. John Hinchcliffe trying to hold it. Now this is a big battle right here between the 71 and the 5. This is actually your points battle. I'm sorry, that's 1st and 5th in points. I apologize. And it looks like Hartford will not.
This is your tires. Is it going to be the new tires or the old tires?
That's true.
They're going to be the ones to win the race.
Daniel Hill is currently 2nd in points, while John Hinchcliffe is currently 1st in points, who is running 1 and 2 right now. So Daniel actually does have a chance to actually take
yellow flag.
Who is this one on?
We have another car blown up. It
Danny
is
Lowe?
the 79 of Danny Lowe.
Oh, in the buzz car as well. I don't think he has a fast repair.
I think he might be out. What ended up happening?
Well, take a look here. Did he have help? He was running beside
Looks
the double
like
zero.
He got into the 00. Maybe net code?
That was close. I don't think
they did make contact.
I think I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, he does not have a fast repair. It don't look like. He's taking tires. We're waiting to see if it does repair it. And no, he does not have a fast repair.
That'll be another.
Yeah, he's probably finished for the. Well, he's definitely finished for the race, considering it'll probably at least take 20 minutes to get that car fixed at least.
Yeah. If even more, his
Yeah.
his required will probably be 25 minutes.
Yeah, at least. And that ain't counting with only 12 laps to go. 11 once we hit the line. We'll probably go green around lap 9. Give or take, on that as well. Lap 9, 8, something like that. Looking at right now, Daniel Hill, John Hinchcliffe, Brian Hartford, Pedro Mega, Matt McLean. Out of them top 5, who are you really liking out of them?
I'm thinking I'm really liking Pedro's chances, how he's been running around the track, how quick he's been. But I do think Brian Hartford does have a huge run over the top 2.
I agree with that. I think Brian Hartford may have something to say. I'm going to be honest. I'm sitting there thinking the same thing, especially now starting in 3rd. If he could get a good restart, it's going to be huge.
And time is running out for him. He's going to be looking to move quick.
Yeah, I think he's definitely faster than a 5. We've seen it when he almost got by him last time. Whether or not, John ain't going to move now. Let's be honest. He's not going to move. You're going to have to move him or try to just get a big run and pass him clean if you can. He's not just going to lay up and let you go. Chris James,
he's
back in 7th, I'd be interested to see just how he does.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right now he's down in the pits.
Yeah, Jack Williams just passed him. Yeah, you're right. So he's taking fresh tires. And that's not a bad call for him to come down, I don't think. He's only going to lose
it's a
just
good
a few
move with
spots.
8 to go.
Yeah, he's just going to lose a couple spots. So that's not going to hurt him at all. Really, I'm surprised we didn't see, David come down, Sam, or Jack. I don't think Jack came down that time.
It sounded like what Race Control was saying. The top 10 cars, none of them have a career win in this, so this will be a new winner.
Oh, wow. Nobody has ever won at Bristol?
That's what in the league it's sounding like.
Because I know Brian Hartford won like 15 races last year. Jack won a race last year. Daniel Hill's won a race, 2 races this year. Maybe they've never won at Bristol. Wow, that's weird. I thought Brian Hartford actually won last year. Maybe he didn't.
I think they're talking about wins for the season. I'm not sure. I just heard a lot of no wins.
Oh, so there's a lot of
Maybe
them up there
we'll have
that
a new
probably
winner.
don't have wins, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think Brian has a win this season. Daniel does have 2 wins. The rest of them I don't think has a win. I think you're right. Wow. Okay. Well, pace
car
car's
will
in.
go in. Daniel Hill will get another good jump, and
Brian Hartford
looks like
got caught
Hartford will
sleeping.
be
Oh,
sleep-
the 47's coming.
Pedro Mega to the inside.
We've seen he'll make passes on the bottom. He can make a pass
And
on the bottom.
He's quick.
Oh, 71 just put 5 in a wall. Oh, there goes Brian Hartford.
71's Yep.
Caution will come out. I'm
Caution
surprised.
will fly.
I didn't think caution. Oh, there goes the 50 into the wall to try to slow down hard.
We may have a 2-lap shootout, or it may freeze with Daniel Hill as the winner.
We're going to have a green light checker. We are going to have one, at least one lap,
That's
at least.
looking like.
Yeah, at least 1 lap. Now, if we just have 1 lap, Daniel Hill's got it. I'm going to be honest. If it's 2 laps,
the jump,
then, yeah. If it's 2 laps,
Yeah.
we may have something.
Yeah, it all depends on how Pedro Mega jumps.
man,
If he
this
can get a
is exciting.
jump with Daniel Hill on that low line, he may be able to take it. Because Daniel Hill only had the separation into 1 and 2, and then even then, Pedro Mega was right on his door going into 3.
Brian Hartford's got to be disappointed.
Yeah, he was once again having another fight for the lead, and he just got into it again. And he's got
Pushing
some
a little bit
major
too
splitter
much.
damage.
See it right here.
Yep.
Watching the replay. 71 side by side with 5 going into turn 3. And actually, I'm going to be honest. Brian Hartford don't raise dirt. That may have been just a little bit of a shot there to try to move him. Because he did come up a
definitely
little
looked
bit.
I'm just watching the chase cam, and it does look like
It does.
It looked like he sailed it in there. Yeah, when he turned, looking at his cockpit, he turned and his car just no. So it might have been his tires just going, we're not running this hard.
I agree completely. That was That's an interesting move. Another interesting move is Matt McLean looking at one of his best finishes of the season as well, up in third right now. He's going to have a little bit of pressure behind him because Jack Williams has fresh tires, Raymond Dormer fresh tires, Sam Warren also fresh tires, and David Clark also up there. So we'll see. Brian Hartford is still on the lead lap, though, I believe. Yeah, he just used his second fast repair. But no, never mind. He did not use his fast repair. His car's beat up pretty good. I just not seen it on that right side. So I think we can.
I could definitely see. I could definitely possibly see some wheel spin out of Daniel Hill. He's been jumping a lot on these old tires.
No, is the pace lights on or off? They're still on, so we're going to have a one-lap shootout. And that may help Daniel Hill, let's be honest. He's happy to see the pace lights on.
It could help or kill him.
Yeah, because if he gets wheel spin, it's over. But the 47, if he gets a good start, he's really going to drive it into turn 2 or 3. We may have a wreck here. I'm going to be honest between these top leaders.
He's going to throw it in there, and if it doesn't stick, Daniel Hill's not surviving if he throws it.
Yeah, I agree. If the 47 gets there and needs Daniel Hill, I don't think Daniel Hill's surviving. Just being honest. The pace light should be off this time. We should have one to go. Now, if pace light's down, it's over. But
if I'm Pedro, I'm experimenting to try to get this car to run this full bore.
We are doubling them up.
Yeah, we will have a one-lap shootout.
Oh, this is going to be good. We'll see what happens.
What is Jack going to do? I think Jack might try to...
Jack's got fresh tires.
A little bit of a push.
I mean, he's got something here as well. And don't count him out. Don't count the 88 out.
Nope.
Don't count... Well, the 88's on a little bit older tires. But don't count the 5 out or the 87. Any of these guys possibly still win it.
Looks like Raymond Dormer's tapping his throttle a little bit, maybe trying to get a good jump.
Look at Jack Williams. Oh, Jack got caught sleeping.
Yeah, Jack was sleeping. Pedro got stuck close, so it looks like,
we'll see.
Depending on this into one, Pedro Mega will make a big move along with Matt McLean into the inside of Jack Williams.
Three wide. Oh, the 87 dives into Jack Williams hard in the wall. Oh, that is not good. As the winner, Daniel Hill will win. Pedro Mega finishes second. Matt McLean will finish in third. And I want to see if there's any contact. Yeah, Jack Williams is searching for somebody.
He is not happy.
Yeah, he's coming. He's right behind the 87. I'm watching him right now.
I think he's going to give him a nice little thank you. Yeah.
I don't blame him. The 87 went below the apron. In my opinion, that's I don't know. Winner going to be Daniel Hill. He's going to burn it down here at Bristol. As we look.
It's a well-deserved win. He really did work strategy.
He really did. And I just want to say, by the way, I just seen a 5 go around on pit road. I don't know if somebody helped him around. But is it good to get an interview yet? Can you hear them? Are they arguing or anything?
It sounds like they're done arguing.
Okay. Try to get an interview here with our winner. As Matt McLean.
By the way.
Hey, Daniel Hill, you got a copy?
Yeah, buddy, got you loud and clear.
Man, up and down the race for you. You started way back in 25th. Used the strategy to your advantage. Talk us through the last couple laps there and then restarts.
You got me there, Center Force?
Oh, let me go back. Yeah, I got you now. Sorry about that. Talk us through your night. You had an up and down night. Started way back in 25th place. Talk us through the last couple restarts and all that, throughout your night.
Well, I'll tell you, it started off with a really bad qualifying effort. Wrecked my first lap, and then on the second lap, I got real loose and ended up being the last of the qualifiers. I knew I was quick, but it's one of those things. Starting back here can really be bad, especially having to pit on the backstretch. Automatically come out behind pretty much anybody else who was pitting on the front. But it was a good race. Pretty clean. Still feel horrible about getting into Brian there and getting him backed up a little bit. I would much rather it have been clean. But it's such a big it's such a big thing to be able to choose your lane here. When you're on the outside, it's pretty hard to pass. So, I knew that if I could just keep people behind me, I'd be all right.
Now, we seen the 47. He was about the only one that I've really seen the entire night, as well as Curtis with me up at the booth. Really worked the bottom line and actually was able to pass people. Did you notice him making any moves? Was you worried a little bit about him during that final restart? Or with the new rules, with you being able to go on pace car and stuff, does that really give you a big advantage?
Well, it gives you a big advantage, but he was on fresher tires, so I knew he was going to be able to drive it into one a lot harder, and I had seen that he was really good at being able to make the passes down low. I was worried about it. I was definitely sweating, and I knew I had to get a decent jump at the beginning, because if I didn't, if he'd have been at my door, I don't know that I would have been able to hold him off. He was real fast all night.
Well, you came in here second in points, and you're probably I believe this is already confirmed, you're going to leave here as the points leader. How big of an advantage is that? Is it an advantage at all having a points lead this early in the season? I mean, you already won a couple of races now, or is it just, more momentum pointed towards you?
Well, I think winning the races is a bigger deal right now, more so than your actual position. Racking up points to help with the chase will be advantageous. Plus, I'm going to be moving here in the middle of our season, and I might end up missing a few weeks. So, we're trying to stack up, kind of get some points in there, so that way I can easily make the chase.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people are happy to know that you're going to miss a few weeks, but you come out of here once again the winner. Give us a shout out.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Tommy for all the rules and stuff that he's put in place. I think the racing's getting there. We're not perfect yet, but we're getting there. Danny Lowe and you guys in the booth for all you've done. I know Danny's put a lot of work in behind the scenes that hasn't really got a lot of shout-outs for. And then also John Hinchcliffe for this awesome paint job that he did for me. And, all my teammates at Half Throttle, Kevin and John, both, pushing me harder and harder each week.
I agree with that. Good job, man. Another good win. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Try to get an interview with Pedro Omega. Hey, Pedro, you got a copy? Don't know if he's actually here.
He is still on the server.
Or get Matt McLean. Hey, Matt McLean, you got a copy?
Loud and clear.
Man, you started in third. Definitely a big momentum boost for you, though. Finished in third, started third. Talk us through your night.
Well, the night was pretty much Bristol in a nutshell. You start up front, or towards the front, and had a little bit of luck, stayed in the top 5, and pit on a bad call on my part to pit when no one else did, got stuck in the back, and unfortunately got caught up in a couple incidents that put me back, and got back up towards the front with a wrecked car, and just kept pushing.
Now, I believe this is actually your highest finish of the season. I believe. I could be wrong about that. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But how much momentum does that give you? I mean, this is a short track, a very tough short track. You started well. Next week we head to Richmond. Will you be able to carry momentum over from there, from this type of race?
Yeah, I think so. Bristol is just such a difficult track to master. I know in practice I was on the inside lane doing great laps, and in the race I wasn't able to do that. So I had to find out what I was going to be able to do, and that really affected a lot of my race and how consistent I was, because I was really inconsistent. But yeah, Richmond is going to be a good race, I think, for me. I like the track. I ran well there last season towards the end of the second race. It was a night race, so not sure what it would be difference-wise during the day, but we ran well there at night, so hopefully we'll have another good solid run there.
Well, you've done a great job. Give anybody a shout-out that you wish to give it out to.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Mission 22 for sponsoring the race, also the Buzz. I'd like to thank Tommy and Danny for doing what they do, and you guys up in the booth for giving us some TV time. So it's a lot of fun to race the series, and can't wait for Richmond.
Good job, man, as always. Keep up this momentum. We'll see what you can do next week.
10-4,
See if we can
so.
get Pedro in here one more time.
He just left.
Okay. Well, that was nice to talk to him. Well, we'll take a fast look at the results. Curtis, give us your thoughts on everything for tonight.
My thoughts on the races. Well, as was said, Bristol in a nutshell is some really good racing. Nice to see some 3 wide, and I think everyone did a really good job racing, and
yeah, I agree. I agree for the most part. There was a lot of questionable calls. I thought the move, not to point fingers at anybody, but I thought the move there, I forgot what car it was there at the end, was a little bit extreme. I think that was pushing a little bit too far, and that may have to be looked at.
Take care of themselves pretty good.
I don't know why.
I have to agree.
Yeah, there was a couple things that should be looked at, but I thought all in all, I thought the race was better.
When I look at the replay, it looked like.
Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. That's going to do it for us here tonight. We'll be live again tomorrow for the Simple Man Calls Dirt League. I forgot the name off the top of my head. You'll have to follow it on Facebook to get the exact name. But we'll be with them. I said, yeah, Simple Man Game Calls Dirt League. Be sure to check them out at simplemancalls.com. Be sure to go check out Mission 22 as well as the Buzz every Monday night. You can check them out. That's going to do it for us here tonight, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, I'm Adam Chapman, Curtis Martin, and we'll talk to everybody here soon. Thanks, guys, for watching, and God bless. You got anything else to say, Curtis?
Have a good one. See you guys.